If you complain about rising price, cost of living, it's your fault. Yes, it's your fault. Not in the way you think of, as in you can control the pricing, the cost of living, government issues, whatever is happening around the world, the mumbo jumbo. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you allow the price of cost of living happen to you rather than change your way of thinking of, okay, how do I make this better? So, you cannot change the price. It's unfortunate. I've been on this earth for 28 years, and the concept of money and the value exchange of what this item costs was really introduced to me at the age of 10. So for the past 18 years, there was always this price and you had to pay for it. For the past 18 years, has the price ever went down? Has the price ever even moderately gotten better in those times? I haven't seen it, I haven't noticed it. So, rather than me saying, oh, why is the price like this? Why is inflation? Why is this happening? Why is the cost of living? I had this realization, I can't change it. You can't change it. No matter what you do, no matter who you talk to, who you vote for, president this, or this, that, writing that, it hasn't changed. But the only thing that can change is the fact that you change your mind in terms of, okay, how do I make my money work for me in a better situation? Well, there's a bunch of ways, but I found the biggest solution is just moving. And so my cost of living compared to what it was in the West and the amount of money, I could stretch it much farther out over here in Vietnam. So that got me thinking about the idea of what's an ideal budget if I wanted a Western lifestyle here, and the fact that I could stretch my money so much farther back over here in Vietnam. What's like an ideal budget? So, I'm a single guy. I'm a one-man guy. I'm also a bit of a lonely guy as well. So, right now, I'll come at it from different perspectives because I know not everybody is in my exact situation. So, if you're a single guy, maybe a bachelor, maybe just somebody who wants to explore and see the city, maybe even settle down in a place as a single guy, maybe find somebody. So, I currently right now pay $400 in one of the more nicer areas of Vietnam and very Western equivalent to any big major metropolitan city known as Thao Dinh. And because of that, it's a little bit pricier, I'm not gonna lie, compared to other areas. So that $400, despite that, being in like the more wealthier, I guess, richer city or area, district here, that $400 still stretch out pretty far because that's just the apartment. So $400 for a studio apartment, and I'm pretty much a 4 or 5 minute walk from the main road. I guess similar in Atlanta would be like Peachtree Street, Midtown, those really like nicer areas of the street. Yeah, 4 or 5 minute walk just around. So that's $400 for my apartment. And just in terms of food, services, other amenities, I don't know, like a cleaning. Actually, no, my cleaning lady's free. She's part of the apartment. So all in all, I'm paying around $500 for a very simple, honestly, it's very minimalistic life, honestly. I'm also a minimalistic guy as well. Just to be able to survive on $500, very easy, very easy. Just for the apartment, food, going out, paying for certain things, maybe some groceries if you want to cook, if you want to go out to eat out at a nice restaurant every once in a while, $500. But obviously, not everyone's like that. And maybe you're somebody who a little bit older, you have a little bit more dough in the bank, or you just want to you deserve better. You want to live better. You're tired of the mold-infested, cockroach-infested apartments back in your home state or home city. Oh God, those were awful. They really got to clean up those apartments back then. But you're tired of those. and you want something better, you deserve better, higher quality. So if $500 is the bare minimum, I would recommend 500, 550. Let's go up higher. Now, you're maybe still a single guy, but you really do want a nicer apartment. You want a nice view of the city. Maybe, let's see, something like up there, one of those spots. High-rise apartments up there. And so those can go obviously a little bit higher, but they're nicer for a reason. So those include obviously gym amenities, swimming pools, obviously cleaning fees is part of the apartment as well. It's all, funny enough, it's almost like a hotel, what I've noticed, because I'll see cleaning ladies like in the hallways, and now that's maybe not all apartments, but the ones in Taoyuan, those are the nicer ones. There's like personal trainers inside in the apartment. So, I've never seen that before. It's usually by its own gym. But anyways, yeah, so if we're looking at around, that's something more like, okay, that could be like a 2-bedroom or multiple bedrooms. 2-bedroom, like maybe a closet, obviously bathroom and stuff like that. And you have a pool attached, gym attached, cleaning lady attached. And you're living on a high-rise apartment, just like shown up there. Yeah, those are around like $800, $900. Maybe you don't need the extra room, but you might as well say, screw it. I just like having it just, I don't know, have a buddy over, have drinks over, play poker, just chill. Yeah, $800, $900 a month. And that really stretches out in terms of what you're thinking about, in terms of housing-wise, and still similar in terms of food, electricity, water bill. So this is the thing. If you can negotiate, this really helps if you have somebody who can speak the language, who's really on your side, a Vietnamese friend. There's so many things you can negotiate down. So that $800, $900, that can go down to like $750, $700, right? If you're just telling them, hey, I'm gonna stay here for a year, I'll pay in full every month at this time, and XYZ thing, right? Like just to really show like you're committed and you're actually gonna pay on time, because this is the thing. They are so much welcoming for you to actually come into the apartment and come by and pay, because look, it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. The Vietnamese locals, they are not going to be paying $700, $800, $1,000 for an apartment. Like the cost of living, salary rise, it just doesn't make logical sense for them. So they have all these buildings that are really nice. Not a lot of people attend it, or at least not a lot of locals are in the apartment attending it. So because of that, they need someone to fill in the spot, or it's vacant. And if it's vacant, no money's being made. So they're very lenient, or at least open to negotiation on reducing the cost of rent for you. But of course, you need somebody there to kind of negotiate and talk to them to make sure, like, hey, I'm safe. I'm a good guy. At least that's what I did. I was able to get my apartment down from, it was originally around $600. And I got it down to the equivalent of like not 500, but this is 600, including like water fee and some management fees that they wanted to add in. I like reduced it down to 400 just because I was like, hey, I'm gonna be here for a year long. I have a history already that I'm good. Also, I think being Vietnamese American maybe help, I don't know. But yeah, things like that can help you. So if you're looking at what, 700, 800, 900 bucks for that type of, single guy, 2-bedroom apartment. So all in all, with that, just lifestyle, $1,000 easy just for a 2-bedroom apartment. And I don't have the pictures to show. There's amazing new modern buildings opening up, or at least out of recent years in 2024, 2025 that are opening up. So because of that, you can have those spots and really have a nice view of the whole city. Now, that's for apartment. Ideal budget just for food, man. Obviously, it goes down to everybody's different tastes, what they like to do. Maybe they like to cook Maybe you'd like to eat out all the time. Maybe you're an Uber Eats guy all the time. That was me. I'm terrible at cooking. Maybe other than cereal and eggs and air fry food. But other than that, I was vast majority a Uber Eats guy. And even now, I'm still a Grab food guy. And because of that, I'm looking at, hey, you know what? I think I would say I'm an average. I'm not saying I'm high or low. I don't cook at all. So, okay, I think I would be a good example. If you're somebody who likes to order food, doesn't want to cook, doesn't want to walk out, grab food, we're doing what, 3-4 times a week, right? So let's see, every time I do a Grab Eat or Uber Eat version, I'm spending around probably around $8 to $9 every single time, and that's food included, and that's driver included too. Wow, $8-9. Wait, dude, that's insane. I just thought, dude, my Uber Eats, whenever I would go, it would always be 16, 20, $25 plus every time. And that would be 3 times, so it's almost like 50% more, 75% more. Dude, that's great. Okay, sometimes I actually like doing these vlogs sometimes because I just had realizations of like my life back then, like how much exactly am I that's like a 50% increase. And I'm ordering probably similar quantity, but you know, there's delivery fee. All right, eating out 3 to 4 times a week. Here, easy, $8-9. So that's like what, $27 just to eat out. And then I would go out to eat at a restaurant. Now, depending on the restaurant you're eating, right? Depending out. If you want to go out eat all fancy, okay, I don't eat out to go eat all fancy, but I would hang out with expats who here are already retired. They already have their businesses. They already moved here. Maybe they have a wife, so they're actually really settled off. So I would go hang out with them, go talk with them, and either I just wasn't hungry, or I would occasionally eat with them. So we're looking at spending around, roughly around like $20 to $30 USD. In VND, that's around what, 520,000 to 600,000 VND just for one meal. That's crazy as well. If I want to eat out with my friends, is that similar pricing? Or that's like $40-50 maybe, right? By the way, we're eating like steak though. Like we're eating like ribeye steak. We're not eating like I don't know, like a Cuban sandwich with water and no fries. It's like a proper ribeye steak, bread, some mashed potatoes, and like some green beans on the side. It's like a full course meal. No, yeah, that's I'd be paying like that for like a Cuban sandwich. It was some water and some maybe some breadsticks. Oh, jeez. So honestly, this really vastly depends. But depending who you are, I'm easily spending probably like $30-40 a week. No, I don't really eat out $50 a week just on food. Yeah, which I can easily like. That's just if I'm eating out all the time, or I'm ordering out all the time, and I'm having a restaurant here and there. So $50 that's 4 times. So what, $250 a month just on food, which I've heard stories people are spending like $500 to $1,000 on food, right? But what I've noticed is it's not about just the type. Yes, it matters about the type, but I'm talking about in terms of the quantity, the quality. Sometimes you could be ordering out McDonald's, or you're getting just like a local burrito place or local pizza place. You're still spending a crazy amount of money just on delivery fee and the cost of ingredients just increasing of that place anyways. So that adds up. So ideal cost if you were to bring here, if you want to eat out every single day, 300, 400 bucks. And you're eating steak, ribeye steak, or some linguine pasta. Just something out there for a little bit. Now in terms of some just having fun, doing things, partying, drinking, like a beer here, $1, 25,000. I would say if you go to a local, like a more high-end, like 50,000 B&D, so we're looking like what, $2, $3 per pint, or not pint. I don't know the measurements, but I don't drink beer. But a whole glass. Big glass. And if you like wine as well, similar depending on what wine you want, you can have like a glass of wine, $3, $4, $5, depending on what you want. But drinking out, actually, there's so many stories about how Vietnam has one of like, it's cheap for drinking beer. Go out to pubs, it's easy. You're not. You would have to try to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Yeah, like you would just like, oh no, how do I spend this money to actually go out? But if you're talking just like casual drinking beer, no, it's not even that much. You can have stories about people just spending like $5 here, $10 here, share with your friends, and have just like a good night just with that. All right. So, all in all, what I'm really trying to get at is, to live a Western high-end lifestyle, you really don't need to go that far out in terms of what exactly you're looking for. Even if you go the highest of high ends, because there's people out here who wants to spend just on apartment itself, because the biggest expense is the living condition. But even then, that $2,500 you're spending for a 2-bedroom in the city and a major metropolitan area, $2,500 here, you're living. I'm talking, your apartment is decked out. Like, and people will know, like, oh, you're living, because you'll be living in certain buildings that are only exclusive to that price. And people know what buildings here are expensive. And $2,500, what does that get you in, like, I only have reference of Atlanta, but like $2,500 gets you, yeah, like a 2-bedroom, but it's in a crime, like questionable area, and at the same time, like you still have to deal with the cost of other things, and is there still homeless people around? There's still so many factors. So yeah, biggest part is apartment budget. But what is the ideal budget? If you're a single guy, easy, like me, 500, 600, 700 if you want a little higher for out stuff, a month. Now, if you're a little bit more, okay, I want to live a higher, no, I want nicer things, easy, $800, $900 to $1,000 a month. And that gets you more high-rise apartments, nicer views of the city, pool, and can go eat out all the time if you have some things left over as well. And if you really want nice and you want to be that guy, yeah, $2,500, $3,000, $4,000, yeah, I think $4,000, you're living like the top 1% here. So, and that would include, obviously, you're always gonna have a cleaning lady. She, all the time, maybe twice a week, and multiple bedrooms, and the apartment is extraordinarily large. I have a buddy of mine, he actually has that type of environment, so you guys should check that out. So, that's the ideal lifestyle if you want to live like a Westerner. And yeah, hopefully see you on the other side.